To feel inferior or to not feel inferior. As a black male in this industry, shall I feel inferior? Welcome, travelers. It is D.T.Richard, and today is the first day of Black History Month. And today I want to talk about the art of being a black neurodivergent writer, a black male neurodivergent writer. And it is different. I know I belong in this industry. I think all of my life I have always been the one that's never believed, or the person that nobody ever looks to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna make it, or like, or he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, because my whole life has been a struggle because I have an intellectual disability, and it has been a struggle my whole life to try to deal with my brain and deal with mean, horrible teachers, mostly English teachers that hated my guts just because my brain worked differently. I've always been understood, not misunderstood, but I've always been never looked at as like, oh, this and that, you know? And of course that stays with you as a kid and that hurts you as a kid, you know, but as you grow up more and more, you realize like you kind of get a confidence from it, because like you're never looking for confidence anymore from other people. You're never looking to other people anymore, because you realize, hey, you never liked me to begin with, so I'm just gonna go do my own thing, and I'm gonna go do me, and now I'm here. So me choosing to go into an industry like this is kind of scary, because you're meant to be inferior. You know, you are meant to, as you know, somebody with my skin, somebody that looks like me, there's not a lot of people like me in this industry, and it's kind of like a scary thing to be like, am I going to make it? Am I going to be able to be traditionally published? And I truly believe I am going to be able to, you know, with me, my confidence, because I feel like you really do have to have confidence to make it in this industry. You have to have confidence, and you have to just keep pushing, because a lot of people are not going to believe in you because your skin tone, because the way you talk. But you know, that's a whole nother thing. You know, when you're neurodivergent and when you're black, you're always going to be like, people are always going to like just, you know, not fully understand you. And that's why you have to stay true to who you are. And that is the art of being somebody like me, because you're underrated and people are like, nah, you know, like, he's never gonna make it, or this and that. But that's why I love the song by the song Inner Ninja. Ain't nobody gonna see me coming. Ain't no one here will stand. Like, that song is basically me, because I know I have a place in this industry, and I know if I keep working on my books and working on my craft, that my books are going to catch an agent's attention. Because at the end of the day, my life and the way I've lived, I have got to see so much. And that is the thing about being black and neurodivergent, is that you deal with so many social issues already, and you're already dealing with so much inner issues and so much issues with your brain, and you have to figure out ways to connect with the world in ways that are not, you know, the common thing for like the regular person. So it's a lot of sensory, it's a lot of imagination, it's a lot of really looking at humans and looking at people, and looking at people's emotions and being like, okay, they act like this, they act like that. You know, you may not know how to express it, but you know how to write it. And that is why I just chose to write stories, because I write boys who feel, and I feel like neurodivergence and like neurodivergence in people of color is not explored a lot, and I feel like they have not been given a chance to be shown like their struggles and how they connect with the world, because all my characters are neurodivergent in some way, because it's it's just like the way you connect with the world is different. So there may be millions of white writers that are in this industry and that are very successful, but I do not have to feel inferior to that. I don't have to feel I don't have to feel like bad about that because I know I can make it too. It might be 1%, but I am the 1%. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I feel like every black person should walk into any industry with this type of energy because don't let the numbers scare you. You are the number, and you can be number one if you really just look at you and look at your craft and really look at the art of your history. Because when you really look at it, you're the blueprint. You're the blueprint. You are the cultivator. Okay? Because when people turn their back on you and you start making all this cool stuff, and people are going to look back like, whoa, this person is cool. This person knows what they're doing, you know? This black guy knows what he's doing. This black girl knows what he's doing. Like, oh, they're actually a good writer. And that is the art of being that. That is the art. You are the art. You get what I'm trying to say? We need emotional stories about black boys, black girls, Mexican boys, you know, Chinese boys, Asian boys. Like, we just, everything. Every single person of color. Like, we need those type of stories. We need them on the paper. We need them on the paper. And nobody wants to write that. Nobody wants to write that. And it's like, please use your talents. Don't let people tell you that you can't do what you are meant to do. Because the more you walk around with this confidence, I'm telling you, they might tell you, oh, there's no market for your book. There's no market for this. But then there's a market for a white story with the same exact plot. But then there's no market for your book. That makes no sense. So you really have to keep pushing, and I get that's probably the main thing of why a lot of people feel inferior, because it's like, how are they able to do this, but I can't do that? But I am telling you right now, please, and I'm saying this to myself, continue to keep doing what you do. And I'm talking to, if you're a black creator, I'm honestly, this can be for anybody, because I really like, my words are for anybody. Just keep going, because eventually the matrix is going to break, and eventually they're going to be like, whoa, this person is cultivator, because they know we're the cultivators. They know, you know? So, as a black male author, I rest my case. It is D.T.Richard. I write boys who feel, male friendship, low fantasy, 2000s, 1980s to 2000s and 2010s nostalgia. My stories are about men that become friends, and there is so much social issues and so much, you know how much masculinity issues there is in men, and it shows all of that stuff, and it shows a lot of issues about men, and I actually call out men a lot in my books, because it shows out, you know, it just shows the realness of all that. So, yeah. Always remember me, traveler, because I always remember you. D.T.Richard out. You know I never want to joke, Rob. Please, let's just make one more cake mix. One more game of Mario? Party at Chuck E. Cheese? Or just love me like you used to? Although my vessel has grown, my heart